us have some form of motivation. I define motivation as the desire to accomplish something you believe is valuable. If you clicked on this video, then you're already ahead of most people because you're searching for progress. Welcome to Jack My Motivation. Let's dive in. A lot of people live their entire lives without ever connecting with their true potential because they either don't have enough motivation to push themselves or they haven't discovered anything they believe is worth the challenge. Heard a poem that said, "Many a flower has bloomed endlessly and wasted its sweetness in the cold desert air." Translated, that simply means there are many gifted individuals who have stayed hidden, and the world never had the opportunity to witness their greatness because they never took the step to express or develop or push themselves toward what they were meant to bring to this world. How can you tell how motivated you are? How can you assess your drive on a scale from 1 to 10? Let's try this mentally. Where do you rank yourself from 1 to 10? Your mental attitude about yourself. How do you see yourself? How do you feel about your life? Where would you place yourself in terms of your physical health, your fitness, your well-being? Are you taking care of your body, or are you letting yourself become unhealthy, gaining weight, getting sluggish? Are you aware of your health habits? Do you pay attention to the food you eat? Are you making the choice to move your body regularly? You know, George Burns once said, "We can't stop aging, we don't have to feel old." A lot of us grow old before our time simply because we don't make ourselves a priority. Your surroundings are also a strong signal. A scale of 1 to 10 is your environment where you want it to be. Do you feel good being in it? Are you content with it? What about your job or profession? It's been said that 85% of Americans are unhappy in their work. Are you spending 8 hours a day just counting time doing something that doesn't challenge you, that doesn't make you grow, that doesn't light a fire in you, that doesn't fulfill you? If that's your daily reality, then of course it's going to affect your self-image, your motivation, your outlook. Think about your relationships. Are they helping you grow, or are they weighing you down? Do they make you stronger, or do they drain your energy? Ask yourself seriously, what are you doing about it? How driven are you to make a change? What are you contributing? What are your actions adding to the world? Many people will pass through this life without leaving any mark. No one will even know they were here. And honestly, you could write on their tombstone, "Used up." Will the world know you lived? Will anyone remember what you brought into it? What difference will be here because you came this way? Someone once said, "Is a gift given to us by God, and the way we live it is our gift back to Him." What kind of gift are you shaping? Is it something you'd want to change if you had the chance to start over? Think about that deeply. So, what can we actually do? What are some of the real, tangible steps we can take to recharge ourselves when we're running low? Because it doesn't matter who you are or what you've done. There will be times you feel exhausted. There will be days you fall into a rut. It might feel like nothing you're doing is going right. There will be moments you're just out of energy, out of willpower. You might go through days feeling numb, like you're just floating through the hours, watching pointless TV, consuming whatever's on just to pass the time. You feel stuck, unimportant, aimless. So how do you escape that trap? How do you pull yourself up when you know you've got more to give, but haven't been giving it? You're just frustrated with yourself. How do you find your fuel again? One of the biggest keys is working on personal mastery. You have to make a lifelong commitment to improving yourself. Never get too comfortable. Always understand that the best investment you can make is in you. That's what separates humans from animals. A dog can't be anything but a dog. A tree will always just be a tree. But human beings, you've got endless potential. You can pour energy into yourself, and by focusing on your growth, you can reshape your whole reality, no matter where you're starting from. So build yourself. Read books that uplift and push you. Listen to recordings again and again that remind you of what's possible. And I highly recommend doing this first thing in the morning. Helps set the tone for your day. When you wake up, your brain operates at around 10.5 wave cycles per second. That's when your subconscious mind is the most open to suggestion. You hear in those first 20 minutes after waking can shape the energy of your entire day. So listen with intention. Believe that what you're hearing can apply to you. You listen often enough, you'll eventually experience a shift. You can hear the same message dozens of times, and one day something new stands out, something you never noticed before. It will hit you differently. You'll say, "How did I miss that the first time?" That's the power of repetition and reflection. Maybe you'll reread a book and come across a fresh idea that you weren't ready to understand the last time. That's progress. So stay committed to your development. People won't do it. Most won't put in the time, won't use their energy that way. They'll be held back by that voice in their head. Don't bother. You don't have time. You're too busy. They get stuck in the rat race. They won't attend workshops. They won't sit in on seminars. They won't go back to school or enroll in any course to level up. But if you make that choice, to push, to grow, you'll begin to see your vision of yourself stretch. Start aiming for mastery, and slowly it will show up in every area of your life mentally, physically, socially, emotionally, financially. Focus on building yourself, because if you don't, I can promise you, you'll end up settling. And many people already have. Most of us already have. Think about it. What kind of deal have you made with life? Ever hear of court settlements? That's when people decide to take something less than they originally asked for because they don't believe they can win in court. So they settle. That's what a lot of us are doing in life. We settle for less than what we truly want because deep down we don't believe we can have it. Feel right about it, but we convince ourselves it's okay. We come up with stories to explain why it's fine. What kind of deal have you made? Are you accepting less in your relationships than you know you deserve because you're scared to make a change? Are you giving up on your dreams little by little because you don't want to risk failing? Don't settle. And don't lie to yourself about why you did. To really find that motivation, to drive yourself forward, start with your own growth. Keep feeding your mind. Keep strengthening your body. Keep evaluating your habits and challenging your limits. That's how you move forward when everything in you wants to stop. That's how you begin again and again and again. You feel good about yourself. And as you start feeling better about yourself, you begin to treat yourself differently. Create a health routine. See, you can't feel good or do well if your health isn't right. You can't perform at your best without your health. Your health is important. Create a health routine, one that you'll stick to because this is the only body you've got to carry you through this journey we call life. And you want to take proper care of it because you love yourself enough. You respect yourself enough. And that's not always simple. It's not easy building a health routine and actually following through. What are the fears that have been stopping you from chasing your dream? The ones that have kept you from doing those things you've always wanted to try. Just sit with that for a minute. Think about it. Now, how do we begin to face it? Abraham Maslow said that life is about growing. He said you can either go back into your comfort zone where there's no growth, or you can push yourself forward and face your fears again and again, because fear never fully goes away. A little fear is normal and even useful. There was a time in my life I said, "Lord, show me a sign." I was waiting for the sheriff to knock on the door. I said, "Give me a sign that you're real." And then the knock came. I answered holding the Bible, the Holy Quran, and the Kabbalah. He said, "Are you Les Brown?" I said, "Yes, sir." He replied, "We're here to evict you today." I told him, "I'm standing on the word." He said, "All right, sir. Bring the Bible, the Quran, and the Kabbalah and stand on the sidewalk. Maybe call some friends to help move your furniture because we're putting it all outside." I'm telling you the truth about the power of your mind. Guess what? I'm still standing. Guess what? Everything I lost, I got it all back, and then some. And you can too. You will too. You keep listening to me. You join this community of determined, goal-driven, supportive people. Don't go through this alone. Even Jesus had a team of 12. You just have to find the right people to be around, because people rub off on you. Like I always say, all the same, the thing that separates us is our habits. When I shifted my habits, my life changed. See, broke people have habits. They behave a certain way. People have habits. They behave differently. I studied successful people. And when you've got a goal, a dream, and a hunger for it, the odds don't matter. I can't count how many people told me, "You're going to be a speaker?" Like something changed that I didn't tell them about, they said. What do you mean? Have you gone to college since I last saw you? No. Have you taken any night classes? No. You don't even have a degree? No. So, who's going to hire you? IBM, Xerox, General Electric, McDonald's, big corporations, churches, organizations around the globe. How are you going to earn trust? I don't know. Taught not to lean on my own understanding. I was taught to walk by faith, not sight. I was taught to commit my work to the Lord, and my thoughts will be guided, to acknowledge Him in all ways, and He will show me the way. Have you ever had people look you in the eye and say, "You're crazy," that your dream is too big? Too big for who? Never let anybody tell you what you can't do, especially if they haven't done it themselves. They don't know you like that. Life is like an elevator. The higher you go, people you have to let off, because they don't share your vision. They're not aligned with your mission. Reaching your goals takes everything you've got. Williams, step forward, sir. He said, all you can do is all you can do, and all you can do is enough. But make sure you do all you can do. If you could go back and live your life again, could you have done more than you've done so far? This thing called life, it's not a game. Right now is the most serious time I've ever seen on this planet. So it calls for serious energy. It calls for a new strategy. It calls for daily practices and positive routines, habits that lift you up and lead to breakthroughs. You need a new way of thinking during this moment you're in. If you don't grow, if you don't shift your mindset, you won't be ready for what's coming. You'll be unprepared. Less because the world you once knew is gone. That old world is no longer here. Nothing is normal anymore. We've got to adjust, keep moving, figure things out, survive and not join the chaos. You're here for a reason. You are here to do bigger work. I had to remind myself of that too. I asked, more can I do to help people? And the computer gave me that chance to reach even more people. Some folks out there have nothing. The least I can do is give them something that helps their mind, lifts their heart, and strengthens their spirit. I'm only here because of God's grace. He didn't even charge me for it. I'm thankful. This is a special moment. You've got something special. I spoke to my friend Jamal. He saw me yesterday and said, "Man, I couldn't sleep last night. Seeing you brought something alive in me. It sparked something and I was up all night working." See, everyone is going to hear your message, and that's all right. Don't take it personally. They're just not tuned in like you are, and that's okay. Talk to the ones who are. If you can't be with the one you love, love the one who's with you. Your superpower is your calling. A job is something you get paid to do. Your calling is what you were born to do. And here's the thing, not only is your dream possible, but it's necessary. Why? Because challenges will come. Resistance will show up. Just like an airplane needs air resistance to fly, you need struggle to grow. You don't learn how to ride well on a calm horse. When your dream is big enough, obstacles don't matter. No guts, no glory. A faith that isn't tested can't be trusted. So it's necessary that when tough times hit, you keep believing. On to your faith. Trust that miracles still happen. But I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. That's because you are the light. You're the one. You realize that, you'll get stronger. Every big setback in my life, once I came through it, made me stronger and wiser. It helped shape who I am now. It helped me become the person who can now speak to millions. And all those friends who had more education, all those friends who gave their opinions about why I couldn't make it, my mama, Mrs. Brown, used to say, opinions are like behinds. Everybody's got one. Let me tell you, everything you go through, it's preparing you. It's shaping you. Back on all I've faced, and I'm still standing. That's not fake. That's not a saying. It's real. People say no test, no testimony. That's the truth. It sounds catchy, but it's real. You're being tested right now. Don't stop. You're in the test. Don't quit. You're in the fire. Don't back down. This test will give you a testimony. And you won't know how strong you really are until being strong is your only option. If our kids are going to have any kind of future, we've got to do what the young folks say. Stay woke. Stay woke. Now's the time to rise up. It's time to stop sitting back and chatting about what others are doing or not doing, getting caught up in watching soap operas. No, absolutely not. This is the time to rise up. This is the moment to stay active, to dig in and figure out how you can use your gifts, your talents, and your skills to create a place for yourself in this new world, in this evolving economy we're now living in. When I lost my job in radio, I had to find a new path. I had to find a new way to use my voice, to keep supporting my family. I had to be open to learning something different. See? If you do what's working now, that means you follow where the opportunities are. And if you're open to learning something fresh, the options become endless. You can do so much more than you imagine. Biz isn't just a man of faith. He's also a smart businessman. He's interested in being here with me because he knows there's opportunity here. He wants to show others how they can earn income by sharing their stories, by using their wisdom and experiences. That sounds familiar, right? Use your knowledge, your life, people who are successful, and follow their steps. Invest in yourself. Learn something that gives you the tools to shift and grow with the changes happening around you. We have more tools now than we've ever had before. You don't even have to go out to eat and worry about whether someone will remove their mask at the table and possibly spread germs. Now you can get food delivered straight to your front door, organic if you want, because that's the age we're living in. When I was young, elevators had operators. You'd step in and someone would say, "Which floor, please?" You'd tell them, and they'd move the lift to take you there. But then technology showed up, and that job disappeared. That's called progress. It's called creative destruction. Write that down, creative destruction. It's the idea that new inventions replace old ones, wiping out the past roles completely. And it's not new. It's been happening for a long time. We have machines teaching people how to speak. Yes, they even have that. So yeah, they're coming for me too. But let me see one of those machines tell you a real story, something that moves you, something that makes you feel. Can a machine share its heart? Can it talk about its failures, its pain, its hunger, the time it got fired and had to rebuild from scratch? You have to place yourself in a position where what you offer is one of a kind. Something only you can give, something no machine can imitate, because a machine doesn't have a soul. A computer doesn't feel anything. Nobody's going to sit down and say to it, "Oh wow, you had a rough labor with your child, really?" Or ask, "What's your mother's name?" Or connect with it and say, "You were adopted too. Adopted as well. You ever had a deep talk with a computer that grew up without parents?" No. That's why you've got to be sharp. You have to be aware. Where I am now, because I understand that some places and paths can make your life recession-proof. Recessions force you to be more creative, more determined. Recessions bring out your drive. They stir up your resourcefulness. Bet on yourself. Take a chance on you. That's the move now. You've got to elevate. The people who are going to succeed now are the ones who are starving for it. The ones who are driven, most won't make it. That's just real. Reverend Ike said it best. The best thing you can do for the poor is not to be one of them. Why don't most people make it? Because they're lazy, because they won't push themselves to learn, because they're waiting on someone to save them, waiting on the government, afraid, full of doubt. And so they get stuck. And many of them are waiting on God, not realizing God is actually waiting on them. There's a big difference between hands that work and lips that only pray. Scripture says, "Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established." I love what Mary MacLeod Bethune once said. Pray like everything depends on God. Work like everything depends on you. That's the truth. Greatness is not built overnight. It's built one swing, one step, one attempt at a time. So keep going. Stop now. We're so grateful you stayed with us all the way through. Making these videos takes energy, heart, and consistency. Your support means everything. What you watched inspired you. Hit that subscribe button. Stick with us. Let's walk this path together. Your encouragement keeps us going, fuels us to keep creating these powerful videos just for you. Let's keep building. Let's keep growing. Let's make this life something epic. Together.